Hello everybody, this is Joe. Just want to give you guys an update on what was going on at the old Casa de Crone and Watchful studio, and just my hobby in general. With the move from Chicago to Atlanta, it just takes time. We get all of our normal home stuff sorted out, and then whenever I have a moment, I come down and unpack a few boxes and all that. So it's been a few weeks. So I just wanted to show you where the hobby stuff was sitting. And I have managed to be able to get some hobbying done, although a lot of it's just putting stuff together. No real painting yet. I actually haven't even broken out my paints yet. I know where the box is. I just haven't set up my paint area yet. So I thought I'd show you a little bit about what's going on here. I'm going to flip the camera around. Okay, here's where we're sitting at. I apologize for the lighting, since we are in a basement. We just have some ceiling lights right now, and I put some additional kind of floodlights up just to give it a little bit more, lighting. But all the windows are 20-30 feet behind me, so where I've actually set up all of my hobby stuff, there really isn't any natural light. So I'm kind of capturing this before the sun goes down to get what little light I can. But I at least thought I'd show you kind of the status. And I'm going to go into what's actually on my shelves in a little bit more detail. And you can see several armies are laid out for a myriad of game systems. Most of what you're seeing right now is 40K, Age of Sigmar, some Kings of War, Flames of War, World War III Team Yankee, Lord of the Rings, a little bit hiding. There's some War Machine over there as well, but not a lot. I haven't really laid that stuff out yet. So this is just one of the areas, and then over here is another shelf. You can see on the bottom shelf, that's a House Stark for A Song of Ice and Fire, and then some historicals, American Civil War, Napoleonics, a lot more Flames of War, and then up in the top of shelves, which you can't see too well, but it's Watchful Studio products, miniatures I've been painting up for Kickstarters, things of that nature. And then also some Kings of War stuff that I've been kind of dabbling in. And then essentially this is my, I guess you could call it my warehouse. And again, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. All those black bins on the wall, most of that is Watchful Studio products, so it's like my inventory. And then I also have bins for scenery, for gaming, some Battlefield in the Box stuff. That plastic tub is all Flames of War houses for Battlefield in a Box. And then over here, all these white bins are essentially projects. Yes, that's right. These are all projects. So it's a matter of things cut off of sprues, partially assembled. There is some painted stuff in there, but it's for all different game systems. Flames of War, a lot of Flames of War, historical, Kings of War, War Machine and Hordes, Napoleonics, Ancients, American Revolution. I also did the Kickstarter for the RGD Gaming. Did their Beastmen Kickstarter. So I got a bunch of that. I'm swinging around. Got my 3D printers, which I haven't set back up yet, but I have a SLA and a spool fed the Ender. And that is a Formlabs Form 2, I believe. I forgot, but it's a nice SLA. I don't know probably half of what it can actually do, but I print a lot of my masters for Watchful Eye Studio on that printer, clean them up, send them off to the manufacturer. And then, of course, you know, I'll get into more detail in a later video. I'll do my own version of my pile of shame, which realistically is a basement of shame. But you can see this is all product, unopened, ranging from 40K, Age of Sigmar, Flames of War, Vietnam, World War III, Kings of War, Robotech, Hordes, War Machine, Conquest, tons of historicals, both Ancients, Napoleonics, American Civil War, World War II, both in 15s and in 28s. I got some Forgotten World stuff that I was going to use for a human army for what did you name the game system. They could also be used as Starks. They make a pretty good alternative for Starks. Some Samurai. There's 2 unopened starters for A Song in Ice and Fire. Gates of Antares. The new American Civil War stuff that Warlord brought out. Walking Dead. Drop Zone Commander. Infinity. You name it. I collect it. I have a problem, and I'm here to share it with you today. The first step to recovery is admitting you have a problem. And then this is just kind of other projects. There's Napoleonics in here. There's Flames of War stuff, and then there's like tools and just, you know, other supplies that I need. I gotta kind of reorganize it all again, but bases up top over here, and then my Watchful Eye Studio show stuff when I go to shows and sell. These are all bases, and again, it looks like, you know, a warehouse, and in some instances these bases I use for Watchful Eye Studio for packing product, that kind of thing. All these bins are unopened blister packs ranging from Warlord games to Flames of War. There's some Lord of the Rings and stuff in there, but it's mostly Warlord games and Flames of War. And that's pretty much the state of my basement and Watchful Eye Studio. Got a few other products here. Got the giant dragon that Simon never brought out. I ended up lucky enough to get one of those, but I guess they're releasing it in a board game or something, so that's kind of cool that it's actually making its way into the public, because it's a very cool dragon. And if you watched the earlier video, you can see this is where all the boxes and stuff were stored. So we're getting pretty organized and laid out some of my gaming mats and showing off a little bit of a board that Watchful Eye Studio was working on, actually a board game. And if I flip it around, again, sorry about the lighting, but if I flip it around, you can see printed out a test board. If you guys want to put in the comments down below what actually that is a map of. It is a map of somewhere on Earth. You guys can take a guess of maybe what it is. It's probably pretty obvious if you look close enough. But that's about it. So we're making some good progress, putting models together. And if you're really interested to see all the craziness that I have in this home and the reason why I bought this home, stay tuned to the next video, which is basically going to be showing off my giant room of shame and all the different things that I want to try to accomplish on this channel. Not only from a Watchful Eye studio perspective with my own miniature range, but bring you guys along on my hobby journey of putting armies together, painting them up for different game systems, and showcasing some of that, I guess you could say, hobby talent, if you want to call it that. There's way more people out there that have higher skills than I have, but I do enjoy the hobby and want to share what little knowledge I do have with you guys. So if it makes your lives a little bit easier getting into this gigantic world of toy soldiers, then so be it. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Typical tagline, like, subscribe, join the channel, ring the bell for more videos coming up. But I want to grow this channel and turn it into something pretty darn cool. And you can watch this room grow into something hopefully that will look halfway decent. Start doing some battle reports when we get the table all set up. And hopefully the channel grows along with what I want to do with this basement and this home. And of course the hobby. So thanks for watching, guys. If you stayed this long, I appreciate it. And keep tuning in. More to come. Thanks. Have a good one, guys.